Hey guys, welcome back. It's Missy, and today I thought we would talk about surviving social distancing, the emotions that come with it, and what we can do while we're home. I just want to take the time to thank anybody in the medical field that is working countless hours to take care of us. Also, grocery stores and the people that are working the grocery stores, thank you for staying open when everyone else gets to stay home, as well as the people that are shopping and delivering, and all the businesses that are open and helping us, like pharmacies and restaurants. Thank you so much for everything you do. And also Amazon workers for delivering. Thank you so much for helping all of us and taking one for the team. We all really appreciate it. And don't forget to thank the people around you that are helping. So you may be wondering, why are we social distancing? The coronavirus, it's not a big deal. Who cares? It's only affecting the old people. The thing is, that's not true. It's affecting all of us. And I'm not saying that to scare you, I'm saying that it's important. Like, if you don't care about yourself, you need to care about others. So if there's someone like your grandparents or your parents or vulnerable people you know with underlying health conditions, do it for them. Social distance for them if you are gonna just think about that it's not gonna affect you. You wanna protect those people. So if you're not gonna care about people that are close to you. Experts say majority of us are going to get corona. If we all get coronavirus at the same time, the amount of cases will spike up and we won't have enough treatment for everybody. But the good news is, if we social distance and we slow down the rate we get it, we can take care of everyone much better than if we all just kind of give it to each other all at once. So that's why you may be hearing flatten the curve, because hospitals don't want to be overwhelmed and then having to pick who do they take care of and who do they let go. It's not only important to focus on our physical health, but also focus on our mental health. So the first emotion that may pop up when you hear about a virus that's affecting everyone and could potentially be deadly is anxiety. You may be anxious about you getting it. They may be looking up the symptoms and then their anxiety convinces them that they have it. You may look up like the symptoms of a cough and then all of a sudden you develop a cough in the next hour. That's what anxiety does. You'll have thoughts about what's going to happen, what it will look like. You have thoughts about, losing loved ones. You may be having anxiety about jobs, and just there's so much anxiety going around. And also there's a lot of uncertainty. We don't know a lot of things. We don't know what's going to happen when we come back out. We don't know how this is going to affect us. Be aware of all these anxious thoughts and those what if thoughts, and take it day by day. That's really important. Be aware when you're having those negative thoughts and focus on now and what you can do now. Do grounding techniques. So if you notice yourself starting to panic and you feel out of control, try to list 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. That will ground you back to reality. When you're getting anxious thoughts about corona, remind yourself, you don't have control of what is going on with corona, but right now let's focus on the things you can control, which is doing your part, like washing your hands and being cautious of what you touch and who you're around, as well as cleaning, washing things. Experts say that when you wash your hands for 20 seconds, so 2 happy birthdays, in the motion of scrubbing and the soap, it causes the germs to get off your hands. So you can do things like that. Trying to stay away from your mouth and nose. So when you focus on what you can control, which is doing your part, that gives you a lot more relief, because we're having a lot of anxiety and feeling out of control. So just focus on what you can control and do other things that will help you to stay in the present. Stay in the present as much as possible. So catch yourself when you're having those what if questions and bring yourself back to now. I have a video on negative thoughts, which I'll link down below. So it's important that you are aware of your anxiety and be careful of what you look at. News can spike up a lot of anxiety, so be careful of what news you're watching. Don't Or reading. Don't read scary headlines, like for instance what the future will look like, because nobody knows what the future is going to look like. Instead of reading a lot of scary headlines, you can be aware, like maybe see the cases going up, or maybe reading about things that can help you. But when it comes to scary news, try to stay away from that and limit the amount of news sources you're reading from. Just pick a couple you trust, like for instance Philip DeFranco. He's a really good news source, and he's not an alarmist, he's just informative. So pick more informative news sources rather than the alarmist. Stick with informative news outlets, as well as listening to doctors. I know there's a Dr. Mike on YouTube, and he's really helpful. Just stick with doctors and not alarmists. And also follow good news. Good news makes you feel good. Like, there's a lot of good being done, and that can really make you feel good. Now, depression, you'll feel depressed. We have all had to deal with a lot of losses. People losing their jobs or losing money. People have had to miss out on events. Kids have had to miss out on proms and big events at school and their graduations and college things, and everyone's missing out. So it's important right now you mourn during it and you grieve of those losses, because it's unfair. It's unfair that was taken away from you, and it's not rescheduled. It's just not there anymore. So it's really important that you grieve and you just allow yourself to just feel sad. You let those emotions out. You journal about it. You talk to someone about it. You let it all out, and you give yourself some time, but not too long, because too long, then you just get stuck in that pattern. Allow yourself to feel those feelings. And then when you're done, pick yourself back up and remind yourself, whether you're happy or sad, that thing is still gone. So in this moment, you can try to make it the best of it. There also may be feelings of helplessness. You may feel helpless, like you're seeing all these people suffering and you don't know what to do, or you feel like you're suffering and you don't know what to do and you just feel helpless. You may feel like things are out of your control and you don't know what's gonna happen. So something that can help you feel less helpless is by writing all the things you feel helpless about and writing solutions to those issues. And it doesn't have to be complex solutions. It could be as simple as you need to change the way you think about it, or you need to change the way you view it. This can help you feel more empowered and less helpless, because you're shifting the focus on what you can control and taking matters into your own hands in your own way. Feeling like you can do your part. So one, like we mentioned, washing your hands and just doing cleaning and taking care of your mental health. You can donate to charities that are struggling right now to feel like you're a part of something. You can lend your hand out to someone that's suffering. You can just talk. If you don't have money to donate, you can spread the word. Find a way where you can do your part, where it makes you feel good, especially when you're feeling helpless. Take initiative in this situation to do something that makes you feel good, like you're a part of the society. This is the time to reach out to strangers. And I know there's a lot of video chats where you could just talk to strangers. You can maybe make a group chat with random people on the internet and just everyone just talk, get to know different people. You can make it exciting. Do random things and just come up with ideas to make it exciting and make it the best you can. This is just a temporary situation. So how do you make the best of this situation? How do we survive social distancing? One, it's really important to have a routine. So wake up, maybe try to wake up the same time, do your morning routine, like brushing your teeth, hygiene, breakfast, things like that. Try to get dressed every day, because when you're at home, you can get in the habit of putting PJs on and doing nothing, and then you start to get in more of a depression. So it's really important you just go about your day as if it was any other day. It's just, you can't really leave. It's okay, like 1 day or 2 days a week, have PJs and just kind of watch TV and do whatever, have a relaxed day, but not every day of the week. That results in depression. There's some positives to self-isolation. One, this is the time that you can do things for yourself. Don't look at it as you're not able to do things, but more so take it as you can do the things that maybe you put to the side, like self-care, or maybe there was a sweater you wanted to knit and you always said you had no time. If you wanted to start a YouTube career, now's the time. We got nothing but time. And I'm sure you've been waiting to make your online debut. Have things to look forward to. Make things fun. Have dance parties. Do the things that you said you didn't have time that you can do in the house. Like, for instance, reaching out to others. Maybe you haven't had time to connect with others. FaceTime or video chat, phone calls. You can do all of those things. Working from home. It may be really hard to work from home. Like I mentioned earlier, routine really helps. Working from home can be hard when you're not used to working from home. Usually homes are associated with relaxation. So it's really important that you set a place in your house. You have a little office, you set a little area in your kitchen, whatever it is. Make sure it's away from your bed because our brains associate bed with relaxation. And say out loud, "This is my work area," to set the tone and let your brain know what's up. As well as reminding yourself business may not be as good as usual and you can only do the best with what you got. This can be a really scary time and there's a lot of uncertainty, but we have to make the best of it. And we have to just focus on what we can control rather than what we can't control. All those what if questions, we don't know those answers. For now, take it day by day. There's a lot of uncertainty. A lot of people don't know what's gonna happen after we are able to go back out. So focus on right now, what you can do right now. Live day to day rather than the future. I hope you're staying safe and washing your hands, saying those happy birthdays twice. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and don't hesitate to share. Until next time, bye guys. But pick your go on longer. I don't know what I'm saying. I got my cape on because I'm a superhero today.